just this morning, I posted a reel that I got a bunch of private text messages about. I had got diagnosed, and Bryant, we need to have an offline conversation about this, but essentially my adrenal and cortisol levels were astronomical last spring. And I went into that blood panel being like, oh no, I'm good. I'm great. Well, why are you here? I don't know. My husband thought it was the time of life that we need to start getting blood panels for some reason. So she starts asking me all these questions, and I, one by one, am answering them. And she's like, oh, 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 oh. And like, I'm like, how many more O's can you say here, doctor? And I'm like, what's happening? I was recognizing is that nobody had ever asked me those questions sequentially. And what happens is we get so used to adding the next burden and being like, I'm strong enough, I can carry this. And then you get used to that as your strength mechanism and the way in which you operate. And then the next problem or thing comes up and you're like, okay, that's okay. Just add it on. I can handle this. And you essentially calibrate your life to this place of burden, to this place of operating from the strength of fight or flight out of a place of trauma. And you don't even know what rest is. Even when you think you're resting, you're still operating from that place. And so I had posted this reel essentially saying that I have always been a member of the 5 a.m. club, generally like 3:30 or 4 a.m. And since that diagnosis, they've really been working on my sleep specifically. And I've never taken sleep meds, still don't, but had to change my whole evening rhythm. And I've always been early to bed, but early to rise. I thought it was great. However, 6 hours of sleep is not going to be sufficient for long-term growth and sustainability. And I've been able to sleep for like 10 hours in the last couple of months. And I am celebrating it while every part of my flesh is like, I am not achieved. I'm not doing all the things. I haven't lived a whole day before the rest of the world woke up. I'm waking up with the sun. Who is this? Why is my husband up before me? He's making me coffee. I don't think like there was all these things that I had to really combat in my mind to understand now my day being compressed in the hours that I'm not technically available to work while still momming and wifing and all of these other pieces. How am I ever going to get all this done? And God has just been undoing, what does stillness look like in me? What does humility look like in me? What does receiving while also being actually mean, rather than just it's pretty words and you're really good at writing about it, but actually living it? And so encouraging everybody who's in here to recognize that, like, even in the amount of time that you sleep, God's going to honor, because he created you and he knows what you need. And that there is no shame, there is no guilt, there is no comparison. Even with all the kingdom hustlers that exist out there, God is just here for kingdom. And kingdom work is holy work. And holy work, I found, is slow. Seed, time, harvest. Holy work is not fast. God can be expeditious, but he doesn't need you to be expeditious to help him.